song. It's hard to go down. We went through all this before, How are we doing tonight? You know the show, or all good, eh? Some sound of this guitar would be doing great there, you know? Very good. While they're doing that, I was down talking to Jason McDonald a little earlier before we started playing, and I guess we should have discussed what songs we were playing. This one was the one I was planning on doing too, so. Brings me to a little story. 2012. This year has been quite hectic, I guess. Lost Dave McCall. Lost a lot of good people this year. I have a friend, Brian Fitzgerald, and he lost his 15-year-old son in a car accident this year. Well, before they came too young for sure. And I watched what they went through. Just sat with them, with Brian and his family, as much as I could. I couldn't grasp what they were going through. I know this is a cancer fund, and I lost my mom when I was in my early 20s. She was 48 years old and was diagnosed with breast cancer. So. And after that, years and years to go, I lost a lot of good friends and a lot of good people to cancer. So anytime I can do anything for this, I'm all aboard for sure. But after I was sitting in my garage talking to my friends and Brian after he lost his son and trying to figure out, the justice of life, I got a call. My sister was killed at 43. That was 2 months ago, so. Are we gonna get a guitar sound here? I'm trying to stall time telling stories. I like telling stories, but what about monitor sound? No, you got her? Get a little more guitar. So anyway, I thought tonight that I would, I know I advertised to take the band, and everybody expects Bobby Currie to be this big, aggressive Celtic show, but that's good enough. I thought I'd sit back because of my ear and do something a little more personal. Thank you. I researched this song that Jason did. It goes far back into Scotland, back to the earlier days of when there's so many stories to it, and like old traditional songs, they run with a lot of lyrics over and over and become like a book. I found this version when a cousin of mine was down in Scotland and brought me back a CD of this music, and I kind of fell in love with it. And it's, I guess the moral of the song is when you're living, you're on the low road. You die, you take the high road. But the Scots believe that someday those roads, as they will parallel, will come together, and we will be with our loved ones. So. Oh, wait, my body man, say far, say full, in the blue moon, and Miss God. Gray in moonlight gray, some women say far Roma. So you take the high road, and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before thee, for me. And my true love will never be together on the bonny banks of Roma. I trusted my love last night in the road. My devil loves me so dearly. clearly. For his morals he will march, for an atom but a two take effect for his king and preach down. Oh, ye may I weed for your young stream sleep. We stood bright and bright together, for his arms and his breath were as cold as the death, and his soul rang high in heaven. So you take the high road, and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before thee. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. On numbness in battle, the tender none, we yield Malafoot for the foeman, but never again pray the fields and slaves. On Myra he will come Lomond. Oh, thee may I bloom, and the king eats an arm, and the lovers will meet in the gloom. But me and my true loves will yet meet again, or above the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. So you take the high road, and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before thee. For me and my true love will yet meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. You take the high road, and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before thee. For me and my true love will yet meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Thank you. That wasn't easy. My little girl is, well, she's not little anymore, she's 20. And I keep forgetting that, getting older. But anyhow, I moved into my place probably about 8 years ago. And I remember it very well, driving up and down the road. Right across from my house was this Cape Cod and a rail. And there was this fellow over there. Every time I drove up the road, he'd give me the big wave, and all I could see was his eyeballs. And as I was moving to the house, I said to my wife, I find it kind of humorous, right? Like, it looks like Mr. Wilson over there. So anyhow, about 2 weeks later, this guy comes trotting down my driveway, and we shake hands, and we became like the best friends in the world. And I still called him Mr. Wilson. And it was funny because after years to come after that, his whole family called him Mr. Wilson. There was people in the phone book looking up for him. Where's Kevin Wilson? I can't find him in the phone book. It was funny. And when we first moved there, they had a little fellow there, and my daughter, Alicia, was, they didn't like each other very much. She didn't like boys, and he didn't like girls, so they never really clicked very well. So, but after time come on, Kevin introduced us to the Mire River. I ended up buying a boat, and we went out and did eagle tours to check out the Mire River, check out the eagles and stuff. And he was a great guy. And after a while, those two started dating. They didn't hate each other anymore. So, about 4 years ago, Kevin was diagnosed with lung cancer. So, and Alicia decided she was going to do something with the Cancer Society. So, she started doing the Relay for Life team, and she spends all year raising money for the Cancer Society. Penny drives, yard sales, whatever she can do. And every year we have a jam session at Ziggy's Pub in May, and she brings all the young people out to play with her, and we do a 12-hour jam. And last year she raised over $3,000. So she decided to put out a CD. She said, "Dad, I want to record a CD." I said, "Oh, no, you don't." I said, "You know, 23 years of this, you don't want to do that." But anyway, I said, "You know, it costs money to do that." And I said, "You know, it's going to take a lot to get your money back." She said, "I don't want my money back. 100% of it's going to cancer." So she released a CD, 3 songs on it. It's actually for sale out there now, out front. And every cent of it goes to the Cancer Society for a Relay for Life team. So I look back at all these kids and think, my God, where'd they come from? This is awesome, right? But anyway, on that CD, she wrote this song called Mr. Wilson for Kevin, who passed away 3 years ago. And the funny part of this, the surprise of my life, when we did the relay last year, the little fella proposed to my daughter. They're getting married in 3 years. She's looking over that there. Actually, the Mr. Wilson song was going to play. She's here. You guys want her? She got a guitar, so somebody get her.